Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And I definitely think that this is one of the most important pieces of news over the last couple of weeks. Elon Musk has talked about crypto, and he talked about three cryptos specifically: Bitcoin, Ether, and Doge. He basically says he holds all three of them, and he's not going to be selling any, nor is Tesla and SpaceX. So that's a really good thing. Just giving you guys a little quick update on the entire Elon Musk debacle, as we have more articles on it, but that's the points of emphasis. That's the summary, the quick stuff you need to know. Having said that, guys, make sure you check out the Bybit competition. A link is down below. There's a couple more days, and it's pretty easy to enter. Just check it out. A link is down below. I recommend you all to just go ahead and check it out. And having said that, let's dive right into some XRP news, as the first article I want to talk about is this one right here. XRP lawsuit, the three outcomes Hinman's deposition could have. And straight to the back, guys, are you holding XRP, yes or no? Put it in the comment section down below. And I quickly shoved my keyboard into the wall. Hopefully you did not hear that. All right, the saga between Ripple and the SEC has been long drawn out, stretching from December with no signs of coming to an end. However, a significant development took place over the past week or so with the SEC's efforts to block the deposition of former SEC guy Director Hinman turning fruitless. Right now, the aforementioned deposition is going to be the 27th of July, and mostly we have already agreed on the scope of the deposition to both parties. In speeches during back 2018, Hinman had stated that Bitcoin and Ether are not securities. While the SEC argued that these statements are not relevant to the present case, the defendants, they argued that they could provide significant insight into the SEC and Hinman's view on crypto in general, and XRP in particular. Moreover, the individual defendants submitted a supplemental letter on Monday to support their request for dismissal of the case, and the letter noted that on July 12th, SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce and Elliot Roisman made statements underlying the lack of clarity in regulations, conceding that this is something the agency has been struggling with too. So whatever happened over the last week has actually been critical to the case and extremely beneficial for Ripple's side. In a recent podcast, attorney John Deaton, the podcast that didn't watch, so this is good that they noted it, the lead representative of a class of XRP holders who want to intervene in the said case, highlighted how this deposition might just be the turning point that Ripple needed. In his opinion, this is the second of the two biggest victories in the case. The first of which was the discovery of the Ethereum and Bitcoin documents, as they could aid the court in deciding the Howey factors. He explained, if XRP is a functional equivalent to Bitcoin and Ether as far as decentralization and structure and all of that, it's game over. They win. This Hinman deposition gives them an opportunity to walk him through it, though. And that's going to basically decide most of this case, actually. I mean, it could. And I guess the SEC knows that too, which is why they didn't want to get this done. And that's also most likely the reason why the SEC has been so hindering in giving over the documents to Ripple, because they know this stuff. You most likely, if you're having a lawsuit that you file against somebody else, you most likely already know what you can and cannot give, right? And maybe that's the thing that I've been thinking about here too. What did they suit them without thinking it all the way through? Because again, it's Jay Clayton who's now left. And right now, the rest of the SEC members want to just continue the lawsuit because, well, you're not going to quit halfway. And now they're just kind of regretting it because they notice they can't win. So it's like an uphill battle that they are facing. I don't know, but it is interesting to me though. The attorney further expanded on the different outcomes this deposition could have, most which could turn out in Ripple's favor, as I've explained earlier. The first, would be that Hinman pleading a right to the Fifth Amendment, just saying, hey, I'm not going to say anything, a development that would make him not liable to answer any questions that he doesn't want to. However, this could turn against the former SEC executive, as pleading the Fifth in a civil suit might point to a degree of criminality in this implication itself could look like an admission of guilt, and that itself could launch an Inspector General investigation into all of this. And I'm so pretty excited for this. You might have heard in my voice right now, but I'm pretty excited for this one, because if he's gonna stay quiet, I would be like, well, if you have nothing to hide and you're a public how do you say that? Public commissioner? Just a person that gets paid by the people. You know, he's a commissioner in the SEC. He get paid by lawsuit and by the people, I'm guessing, from tax or whatever. I mean, it's the SEC. It's a governmental body. So I would assume so. Now, if he were to not say anything, it would basically be because he's afraid that something might hurt him throughout this journey, right? I would personally think that if he does not want to answer anything, it's going to look really freaking shady. So I don't think it's really a possibility, but it is. The second likely outcome, according to Deaton, would be an offer by the SEC to settle outside the court. Both the documents that the SEC has failed to turn in, citing privilege and Hinman's deposition, could provide info that could help Ripple in its further arguments. However, Ripple does not have a lot of incentive to settle, with the attorney adding, there's not a lot of incentive for Ripple to settle unless Ripple really gets what it wants right, and that would be a declaration that XRP itself today is not a security, it's not an investment contract, period, and then they accept some kind of small fine, and the SEC can claim that they got something out of this prosecution, and they can fight another day. If the court rules a decision in favor of Ripple, it could set a precedent that could be used as a defense by every digital asset the SEC decides to prosecute in the future, which basically means if right now, for example, Ripple wins the fair notice defense, every single lawsuit that's akin to this one can use that same defense and have it kind of granted because, well, Ripple didn't really have any special circumstances to use it / win it. They all didn't get fair notice if Ripple gets it, so that's a tight one. And curiously, another possible outcome would be if the SEC refuses to comply or turn in the discovery documents and instructs him not to answer anything during the deposition. This will lead to the court issuing a conditional order to dismiss the case with prejudice, and the SEC would be able to continue its regulatory activities against other crypto. Whatever the outcome of the deposition and the ongoing lawsuit would be, it will be an interesting little, I guess, development to see how the crypto community copes with it. And also, I would like to add two things. One is it's going to be really interesting whether or not the SEC is actually going to turn out any documents or not. They've been hiding so much stuff. I wonder if they're going to give anything. And second of all, kind of on basis number one, it is interesting to see how the Ether and Bitcoin communities will react to it. If they see that, for example, clarity was never given to Bitcoin or Ether holders. I mean, it's going to be a big sting. In a different sense, it's going to be a big surprise because all those Bitcoin maxis and Ether maxis, they never claim that no clarity was given or anything along those lines. So that's going to be really interesting. All right, let's quickly go back to the whole Tesla debacle. So Elon Musk says Tesla will resume accepting Bitcoin under one condition too. And he basically says this right here. Elon Musk says that Tesla would resume accepting Bitcoin for its products again if the crypto transitions to at least 50% renewable energy for mining and transactions. Musk made the statement during the BITRUE conference on Wednesday, where he joined moderator Steve Lee, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, and ARK Invest Cathie Wood for a conversation regarding Bitcoin and other cryptos, including Dogecoin and Ethereum. And about those ones, he basically said that he has them. He has Bitcoin, Doge, and Ether, but he holds way more Bitcoin than the other two. Let's quickly see where exactly he said it. Outside of Tesla and SpaceX stock is my largest holding, I would say, about crypto. And let's quickly see. He said it where? Where's the quote? SpaceX, Tesla, and I own Bitcoin, Elon Musk said at the conference. Okay, I can't see the quote anymore for some stupid reason. Maybe I put it over on Twitter though. Oh, no, not even here. I might pump, but I don't dump, Musk said today. I definitely do not believe in getting the price high and selling or anything like that. I would like to see Bitcoin succeed. I'm not sure, of course, if he's real about that one or just saying that for the people. But he also has said that Dogecoin can beat Bitcoin hands down, so I guess we shouldn't take him too seriously. My hope is that it creates world peace. Yeah. This is about Dorsey, by the way. This is Jack Dorsey who said that Bitcoin should create world peace. That's an interesting one. By the way, guys, you can also follow me on Instagram. Did you all know that? I have an Instagram, the DustyBC. You might want to check it out. It's pretty cool. I post a lot of stories because I think a lot of you guys like it. So I'm posting more of my daily stuff here. Right now we are in Greece, so you might want to check that out. Link is down below. There's not going to be a link down below. You can just check it out, the DustyBC. You can type it in because I think I'm going to forget to put a link down there. But check it out. All right, is it time for the US to create a Ripple test for crypto? This is also a good little question, good little example. The SEC's approach to crypto must be modified to more clearly articulate how security laws should apply to digital assets. actual question relies on our previous little article, which is basically if the SEC is going to hand over information and the judge is going to rule on it, there will be most likely a ripple test. Not maybe in real worlds, but they will use it every single time. If, however, it turns out that they settle behind closed doors, or in actuality, the judge does not decide for some reason, or they don't give over the documents, then most likely there will not be any ripple test, because never will they use this ripple situation as an example. It'll depend on how far this case is going to get, and if it gets to one of the things I just said, there's 99.9% chance that ripple test is going to be a new thing. Is it going to have the official ripple test name? I don't really think so, but everything points toward the fact that a sort of ripple test should be coming. And once more, guys, there's so many public senators and all these big guys who have talked about this tons and tons of times, so we don't have to call it all out. Everybody's calling this out. Since the original piece in Forbes, several other commentators, this is, by the way, talking about Rosalind Layden, who we talked about before. She posts those articles on Forbes all the time. Others have joined the call for a ripple test. One published opinion authored by George Nethercutt, a former member of Congress, noted, recent calls to establish a more appropriate standard for technologically complex digital assets have turned into a firestorm since the Ripple case was filed. Some tech policy experts closely following the case have called for a Ripple test to replace Howey. And one fun thing is that a lot of people that are following this Ripple v. SEC lawsuit are actually not XRP holders or anything along those lines at all. A lot of them are actually lawyers. A lot of them are actually just judges, most likely. A lot of them are also just people who like technology that don't necessarily hold XRP/crypto. They might, for example, be NFT developers, might actually own or do something with NFTs as an example. Could be a ton of different things. Could even be, for example, some partners of VeChain or some other partners that Ripple has indirectly in some degree. Because think about it. This case sets a precedent for so much more in the future. It's not only XRP that is at stake. It's so much more. And a lot of these guys want to know, how exactly does the SEC look at all this stuff? All right, let's quickly see. Oh, you might want to check this one out, actually. Major crypto mining company Core Scientific going public on NASDAQ with $4.3 billion valuation. Core Scientific, a major blockchain hosting and digital asset mining company, is going public through a merger with Power and Digital Infrastructure Acquisition Corp. The deal values the combined company at approximately $4.3 billion. So not too excited, at least for the company itself, but I did want to kind of add here that as more and more companies from this mining stuff and, for example, Coinbase now, just the exchanges and whatnot, become public. FTX, for example, is not going public, but they have just done another private equity round worth $900 million. The company's based at like $16 billion valued. I'm just thinking how valuable crypto is going to be getting over the next couple of years. And if I had to buy some stocks, I would put a very nice little amount extra into more of these going public type of companies. Maybe not straight away, but maybe just kind of diversify piece by piece into them. As you don't want to have only crypto, you also want to maybe have some crypto stock. At least that sounds logical to me. All right. But guys, that was it for today's video. Make sure you check out the Bybit competition. A link is down below. You can also just trade on Bybit without entering in the competition. But I would say, why not enter? It's completely free, so do it. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today. All right. There's another one coming, so make sure you're subscribed, and take care.